Welcome back to our channel, where rustic textures and vintage charm tell stories of warmth and tradition. Today, we are crafting more than decorations. We are creating a heartfelt countryside Easter story through DIY rustic decor. Imagine weathered wood, soft linen, aged metal, and delicate spring blooms coming together in harmony. This is not about perfection, it is about character, nostalgia, and the beauty of handmade details that make Easter feel intimate, welcoming, and deeply personal. Rustic Easter decor is rooted in simplicity and authenticity. It celebrates natural materials, muted tones, and pieces that feel collected over time rather than bought in a single shopping trip. When we craft with intention, using reclaimed wood, burlap, twine, and ceramic, we connect with the slower rhythm of countryside living. Each handmade piece becomes part of a larger narrative, transforming our home into a gentle reflection of spring's renewal and Easter's heartfelt meaning. Let's begin with a wooden centerpiece that anchors the entire Easter table. Using reclaimed wood or a simple unfinished crate, lightly sand the edges to create a naturally aged appearance. Fill it with moss, speckled eggs, and small white candles for a soft glow. The contrast between raw wood and delicate spring elements captures the essence of rustic design. This centerpiece becomes more than decoration, it becomes the visual heart of your Easter gathering. A rustic Easter story feels incomplete without layered textures. Create a simple table runner using burlap as the base and add strips of vintage lace for softness. The rough weave of burlap paired with delicate lace symbolizes balance, strength, and grace living side by side. Let the edges fray naturally for an organic look. This DIY project is beautifully imperfect, adding depth and character to your Easter tablescape without overwhelming its simplicity. Mason jars are timeless staples in rustic decor. Transform them into glowing lanterns by placing tea lights inside and wrapping the rims with twine. You can tie in sprigs of dried lavender or baby's breath for a countryside touch. When lit in the evening, the soft flicker of candlelight through glass creates an intimate and nostalgic atmosphere. These lanterns work beautifully on dining tables, entry consoles, or even outdoor Easter brunch settings. Instead of brightly colored plastic eggs, consider creating a muted, vintage-inspired palette. Use chalk paint in soft whites, sage greens, dusty blues, and warm taupe tones. Lightly distress the eggs with sandpaper once dry to give them an aged finish. Display them in a ceramic bowl or woven basket lined with linen fabric. The result feels curated and timeless, perfectly aligning with a rustic countryside aesthetic. A handmade wreath sets the tone for your Easter decor before guests even step inside. Gather natural twigs and form a simple circular base, securing with floral wire. Add wildflowers, eucalyptus, or dried blooms for texture and subtle color. Keep the arrangement asymmetrical for a relaxed countryside feel. This wreath embodies renewal and nature's beauty, welcoming everyone into a home filled with warmth and handcrafted charm. Tiered trays are wonderful storytelling pieces. Style yours with miniature ceramic bunnies, tiny nests, wooden beads, and handwritten Easter quotes on craft paper tags. Mix heights and textures to create visual interest while maintaining a cohesive neutral palette. The key is restraint, leave breathing room between items so each piece feels intentional. A thoughtfully styled tray becomes a small but impactful vignette of rustic Easter delight. Elevate your Easter table with simple DIY linen napkins. Choose neutral or softly faded tones and wrap each napkin with twine, finishing with a small dried flower tucked underneath. The raw elegance of linen complements rustic decor beautifully. These subtle details make guests feel cherished, showing that every place setting was prepared with care. It is in these quiet touches that the true spirit of Easter hospitality shines. or shelf decor, create bunny silhouettes from scrap wood. Sketch a simple outline, cut carefully, and lightly distress the surface with whitewash paint. The unfinished look adds authenticity and character. Lean them against a wall or layer them behind other decor pieces for dimension. These handcrafted bunnies feel nostalgic and grounded, celebrating Easter in a way that feels warm rather than commercial. Rustic Easter decor thrives in gentle lighting. Incorporate pillar candles in varying heights and place them among greenery or wooden trays. The warm glow enhances textures and casts soft shadows that make every detail feel intentional. Pair candles with natural elements like stones, branches, or woven baskets. This combination creates an inviting environment that encourages guests to slow down and savor meaningful conversations. Repurpose old picture frames by applying a light coat of chalk paint and distressing the edges. Insert printable Easter scripture, botanical illustrations, or vintage-style rabbit sketches. Lean them casually on mantels or sideboards rather than hanging them formally. This relaxed approach reflects countryside living, where beauty is found in the imperfect and the well-loved. These frames quietly reinforce the story your decor is telling. Your mantle can serve as the visual climax of your Easter decor story. Layer a garland of eucalyptus across the length, weave in fairy lights, and add wooden candlesticks or ceramic accents. Balance symmetry with organic placement so the arrangement feels natural rather than staged. By combining height, texture, and soft illumination, your mantle becomes a focal point that embodies rustic elegance and seasonal renewal. One of the most beautiful aspects of rustic decor is its history. Visit thrift stores or explore family heirlooms to find pieces that carry a story. Old pitchers, woven baskets, antique books, and ceramic dishes add authenticity that new items often lack. Mixing these treasures with your handmade projects creates depth and soul. Your Easter decor becomes layered with memories, both old and newly created. As everything comes together, step back and view your space as a complete countryside scene. Notice how the wood tones, soft fabrics, candlelight, and handmade accents work in harmony. Play gentle background music, set out simple homemade treats, and let natural light fill the room. The goal is not extravagance but heartfelt connection. Your rustic Easter decor should feel like a warm embrace to everyone who enters. In the end, DIY rustic Easter decor is about more than crafting, it is about storytelling. Through natural materials, vintage textures, and thoughtful details, you create an atmosphere of renewal, gratitude, and togetherness. Each handmade piece reflects care and intention, transforming your home into a peaceful countryside retreat. May your Easter be filled with warmth, creativity, and meaningful moments shared in a space lovingly crafted by hand.